Welcome to Leeds Rhinos TV. I'm Roxy Gallagher.
And I'm Junior Takeover.
And today we're here at the Hetherington Carnegie Stadium, ready for match day in preparation for the Junior Takeover day.
Giving junior fans an exclusive behind the scenes to today's match day.
The opportunity for junior fans to take over all different responsibilities from the groundsman to the chief exec. Let's go take a look.
Gonna save the last dance, save the last dance for me.
I'm joined by Jess Ives from the customer experience team. Jess, it's an absolutely incredible opportunity, the Junior Takeover Day. Can you tell us a little bit about what it entails?
It entails the juniors between 8 to 14 years old. From the area, so it is mainly from Leeds, but they do go to outskirts as well. They apply for the roles that we put forward, so we'll advertise it online on our social media, and they have to basically write sort of like a mini application to us. We then obviously give them a date that they have to have them in by, as if it was a normal job. And then we have like a little committee that selects them, so we go through all the applications, dwindle them down, and then we end up having 2 per job role.
So why was this set up then?
It was originally planned by Sian, who's the head of customer experience. Last year we did the first one, the inaugural one, and it was done because she'd seen it done at another club, but it was football, it wasn't rugby. We kind of wanted to be the first rugby club to have done the actual initiative, and then we just want to do it every year now because last year was so successful, and this year's been great as well. The juniors this year are brilliant.
So tell us a bit about what type of roles that the children are doing today for the Junior Takeover, and a bit about your role and involvement in that.
My role on the day tends to be kind of floating round, so I need to be available to everyone that's got a junior, because we just want to make sure that they've got something to do all the time. They arrive here at 11 o'clock and they finish around 3, depending on what they're doing. The roles that we've got ground staff, we've got a junior ref. We didn't have a junior ref last year, so it's brilliant that the RFL have let us do that. So he'll go into the match officials meeting and stuff. We've got a mini Sian, so we've got 2 mini head of customer experiences. We've got a mini chief exec, so we've even got Gary Hetherington covered. So it's a full range of people really, and they really, really enjoy doing it.
Suggest to all those big fans out there between the age of 8 and 14 who want to get involved next year, how do they go about applying?
So we'll run it again around the same time of year next year, so all they need to do is just look out online. It'll always be on the Easter bank holiday fixture really, obviously because school times and everything like that. So just keep a lookout on Facebook, Twitter and on our Leeds Rhinos website, and we'll promote it as much as we can.
Thank you, Jess, and good luck with the rest of today.
I'm outside the captain's lounge where fans are waiting to meet you and Jay. Let's go check it out.
I'll carry you, I'll carry you. So you know that I'll carry you, I'll carry you, I'll carry you. I know it's been a long night, but now I'm here, it's alright. I don't mind walking in your shoes.
Hi, I'm joined by Tom and he's doing the media management role. Tom, what's your favourite player?
My favourite player, they're all obviously excellent, but I'd have to say Robbie Burrow.
Yeah, and what made you apply for Junior Takeover Day?
I was literally on a bus and one of the announcers at the front told me about it, so I decided to apply.
What you most look forward to for today?
I've loved every bit of it, but I've got to say it's interviewing the players and actually, getting to speak to Kallum Watkins. At what age did you start playing rugby league?
Started playing when I was 5 years old. My dad got me into playing rugby league, so me and my older brother was hyper as kids, so doing sport was something I wanted to do.
Okay. Which club did you play for as you were growing up?
Well, I come from Manchester, so I was living close to Salford, so I played for a team there called Evie Reds, which was a Salford team. So I watched a lot of rugby through Salford, so I got that was the team that I was growing up with.
How did you start playing for Leeds Rhinos?
Yeah, it was a strange one. I was very quite fortunate to be part of this club because my older brother was playing for Warrington Academy, and I was watching around the time. I was doing like a apprenticeship kind of thing with them, and they played against Leeds Academy, and Leeds won like 40-0 or something like that. So it was kind of crazy to watch that. But the guys there saw me play before, so they gave me an opportunity to come to Leeds, and strangely enough, it came up from that. So from going to watch my brother play, I had an opportunity to go to Leeds Rhinos. So.
Who is the best coach you have played for?
We'll have to be Brian Mack. Yeah, you know, the success that we've had through these past couple of years, it's been fantastic, and we've been through some adversity, and it shows, you know, the determination of wanting to win, and you know, it shows there in the results that we've had, the trophies that we've won in the past few years now. It's been fantastic for us.
Many of the younger supporters see you as a role model. Do you see this as an important part of being a Rhinos player?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And for being a sportsman as well. I think you've got to show the right attitude in terms of on and off the field, but also being who you are, being a good person. And it's really good to be known like that, to set an example to other kids that want to get involved in this sport, because it's a great sport, and to play at Leeds Rhinos, to just be involved with the club is something that I'm proud to represent.
Junior Takeover Day. Georgia, tell me, what have you been doing today?
Well, I've been working with Pete and I've been practicing the score that I'm going to do.
So what have you been doing with Pete? What is his job role?
His job role is to do the PA announcing.
And what has been the best, most highlight of today?
Probably working with Pete.
Anything that's been really fun that stood out to you today?
Probably also going on the pitch.
Wow, that's incredible. We'll have a really great rest of the time, and we'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
I'm joined by Ryan Golding, the head groundsman at Leeds Rhinos Stadium, with his miniature junior for the Junior Takeover Day. Ryan, tell us a bit about your job role and the kind of things you've been doing today together.
Well, me as a whole, every playing surface of the club, my job encompasses all that. That'll be Hetherington Stadium up here, or the Kirkstone training ground, or any surfaces that any of our age groups are playing at. That's my sort of job role, to give us the best possible surface. Young Lewis today has been helping us out. He's been doing a few lines on the pitch. He's been helping us see. He's been helping us do a few perimeter jobs, changing sponsor boards and things like that. Just general things that we do on a match day. Obviously, I haven't been on any mowers or anything like that, so I don't think he's up to that level yet. Although I'm thinking about taking him on.
Oh wow, that sounds fun. Yeah. And what's been the best part of today, working with Ryan on the ground?
It's been like working with all the people, working with all the groundsmen and the people who help.
Do you think the things you're doing today are going to be something you want to do in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you've really enjoyed working with Ryan?
Yeah.
Good. Well, good luck for both of you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Cheers.
I'm joined here by the big boss, Gary Hetherington, and his junior for the Junior Takeover Day. Gary, can you just tell us, what do you think this means, this opportunity, the Junior Takeover, for the fans of the club at Leeds Rhinos?
Well, of course, all our young fans who are massive Rhinos supporters, and an opportunity for them to come and do an important job for the day. So I think, you know, all sorts of different jobs today. We've got juniors in charge, and in my case, Evie is the chief executive today. So I think it's a great experience for Evie and everybody else. It also keeps us on our toes as well. In fact, I have to tell you that I am a bit concerned because today could be the day that I'm actually found out after over 20 years. Because everybody thinks I've been a really busy, stressful day on the match days with loads of decisions and stresses and strains. And 10 minutes ago, Evie said to me, "Is that all you do?" And I thought, well, I better start to look a bit busier.
That's brilliant. And Evie, have you enjoyed working along Gary today?
Definitely, it's been such a good time.
So this experience, do you think you're going to take it with you into something you might want to do in the future?
Oh yeah,
Be an
definitely.
executive?
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day with Gary. Thank you, Gary.